Well, good morning. We have another rewatch for you today. I'm sorry, normally I get us pre-treaty drop, but I got excited because not my fantasy, although it feels like fantasy football, but crypto's going off today. And so for those of you that buy crypto, today's a good day for you. And so I was watching my crypto and got distracted. But here's the teams. They're lopsided. There was no way to not make it lopsided. Whoever was going to have the two out of me, Jeff, and Travis was going to be a lopsided team. Although I think that Jeff probably is the best of the three of us. Although I don't know. Travis is really good. But so we decided that we had to go around. We really should have just had me, Jeff, and Michael, who are the team above this team over here. We should have had us go random and then let these guys choose their civs. That would have been a more fair scenario. But going random was fun. It gave us kind of a different taste of civs, and it was entertaining. So Joel was the Portuguese. Jake the Snake was the Aztecas. And then Travis was the Tatars. While on the other side, Michael was the Slavs. Hefe was the Malay. And I was the Rootin' Tootins. It's a good time. We see that I've started cutting over here to the south, while Jake and Travis are cutting in the middle. No one's cutting on the side. We see that everyone's ready, though. So let's go. Let's do this. So I see that they're getting in. And shout out to Joel. I do well in games, but for whatever reason, when I'm matched up against Joel, it is a struggle. So we see that young Jake McKean is in, and Michael is there for the fight. And they're pushing up, going crazy. To the south, I've cut through. We see that Jeff has shown up. I'm sending in troops. And poor Joel is just getting punched. But, Joel plays great. To the north, Travis and Michael are going. Jeff's going to put up defensive towers. We haven't been doing that a lot lately. We should be better about that. It's a move that's powerful. You don't want them in that way? Don't go that way. Meanwhile, I've got this up here. We see Jeff is moving right along, and we've kind of cut in a little bit and put some pressure on Joel. Joel's definitely feeling the most pressure in the south, but both sides are. So Michael puts up a castle. We got onagers. We've got cavalry. We have death. And Travis is just pouring trash in as fast as he can. You see that that this is. I know it says that it's Jeff, but it's actually Jake that I've got pulled up. I wonder if I click on these. No, I wish it would. Gosh, I wish that there was a better way of selecting civs. In the south, we're still fighting. Joel is just hanging on for dear life. I kind of feel bad about it. But Joel does good. Mr. Hand Cannoneer does a good job trying to eat up these infantries. The infantries. Travis is crossing. Travis is fighting on both fronts. Meanwhile, this fight in the middle is turning into a crazy game. The Elite Jaguar Warrior, I don't know much about them. I don't know really how to use them in a fight. I'm going to have to do some research on them. In theory, the Aztecs are really good. That's a civ that really we should be experimenting more with. And there's Joel and Travis fighting on that side. While in the middle, we still have the bloodbath. The fray, if you will. I love you can just see where the fight was. If you haven't gotten the Crimson stuff, you should. So Jeff cuts in just a little bit, and and then takes out some buildings. Jake's units are doing things. Meanwhile, the fight continues. To the fray, to the fro. Hip hip Peru. Travis is saying, get me in there. I will do it. Meanwhile, Jeff is pushing on my side now. Basically, wherever Jeff is where the bad things happen. Meanwhile, Travis is trying his best to take stuff out. They're doing a good job. Okay, they're flagging. Oh, yeah, in the south. So, Joel has now been overrun. And we're getting forward bombards. This is the beginning of the end, if you will. I love these Eagle Warriors that what's his name? That Jake is building. They're a great unit. Honestly, if I'm being honest with myself, I think that Joel, Jake, and Travis did better than I was expecting. I thought that this would be even more one-sided than it was, but they played a great game. And I appreciate you guys always being willing to play with teams. You know, it's not about the game, it's about the hanging with the boys. But either way, GG boys. When we look at stats, we see that Michael had the high military score, Jeff had the high economy score. Travis just got punched in the face over and over again. It's like, oh, Travis, poor Travis. Oh, Travis. Jake had a decent KD, and Joel fought a losing battle. But it is what it is. GG, boys. Let's see here. We're going to look through our castle times. Jeff is just so fast. Dude is so freaking good. Yeah, kid plays good. Michael built 7 castles. I had the villager high, just like to point that out. I had to delete a bunch of villagers because I needed more room for my military. But, yeah, it was a fun game. Till next time, boys. We out.